Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme, two martial arts action stars, have long been celebrated for their on-screen prowess. But who would come out on top if these two legends clashed in real life? Let's delve into an analysis of this epic hypothetical showdown. Steven Seagal is renowned for his expertise in Aikido, a martial art that emphasizes using an opponent's energy against them. On the other hand, Jean-Claude Van Damme, known as the Muscles from Brussels, is a master of several martial arts, including karate.
Is not fast, but what we do. So, you face this.
The goal of this analysis is to compare and contrast Steven Seagal's Aikido with Jean-Claude Van Damme's karate. We will focus on their techniques, philosophies, and real-world applications of these martial arts in a fight scenario. By examining their backgrounds, techniques, and their portrayals on screen, we aim to provide a comprehensive understanding of how these martial arts legends have influenced popular culture and the martial arts community.
En je hebt natuurlijk tegenwoordig dat de sporten dichter bij elkaar komen. Veel technieken die de ene en de andere sport van elkaar overnemen.
Let's start with Steven Seagal, whose martial arts journey began at a young age. This tough and handsome man was born on April 10, 1952, in Lansing, Michigan. His mother, Patricia Ann Fisher, was a medical technician, and his father, Samuel Stephen, worked as a high school teacher. During his teenage years, his family moved to Fullerton, where Seagal continued his education at Buena Park High School. Seagal's first job was as a dishwasher at a restaurant called The Wagon Wheel. Impressed by his quick movements, a Japanese Shotokan karate expert who worked as a cook at the restaurant decided to give him basic karate training. This marked the beginning of Seagal's long martial arts journey. In 1964, he started studying Aikido under the guidance of Harry Kiyoshi Ishisaka. In his late teens, Seagal moved to Japan with his father, who was visiting the country for military reasons, and they decided to stay there permanently. Soon after, Seagal earned a 7th degree black belt and the title of Shihan in Aikido. This Japanese term is used in various martial arts to honor senior martial arts practitioners. Subsequently, Seagal became the first foreigner in Japan to successfully run an Aikido dojo.
Notice that the master is merely defending himself, turning aside his attackers while exerting very little counterforce of his own.
Aikido is a Japanese martial art developed in the early 20th century by Morihei Ueshiba. It focuses on harmonizing with an opponent's energy rather than directly opposing it. Aikido techniques involve circular movements that redirect the opponent's force, using their momentum against them. Practitioners typically avoid direct confrontation, preferring to turn attacks into controlled movements. Techniques in Aikido emphasize efficiency, utilizing minimal physical strength through joint locks, throws, and precise strikes. Combat in Aikido often involves manipulating the attacker's joints, such as the wrist, elbow, or shoulder, to incapacitate or unbalance them. For defense, practitioners often blend with incoming attacks, channeling the force through circular movements. This approach focuses on disrupting the opponent's balance, making them vulnerable to being neutralized. Aikido techniques can adapt to various combat situations, making it versatile against different types of opponents and environments. Overall, Aikido's philosophy of blending, circular motion, and minimal force distinguishes it as a martial art that emphasizes harmony and effective self-defense. This makes it suitable for real-life scenarios and a dynamic element in fight scenes on screen. Speaking of films, Steven began his career as a martial arts fight choreographer. He worked with stars such as Sean Connery and Toshiro Mifune. Steven Seagal also spent 15 years living in Asia. Upon returning to America, he opened a martial arts academy and served as a bodyguard for celebrities like Kelly LeBrock and Hollywood agent Michael Ovitz. Kelly LeBrock later became Seagal's wife, and they had 3 children together. Michael Ovitz helped him secure a film contract with Warner Brothers. Seagal made his Hollywood debut as a martial arts coordinator for the 1982 film The Challenge. A year later, in 1983, he opened an Aikido dojo in North Hollywood and worked as a martial arts coordinator for Never Say Never Again. In 1988, Seagal was chosen to write and choreograph fight scenes for Above the Law, directed by Andrew Davis, in which he also starred as Nico Toscani. Two years later, Seagal appeared in films such as Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, and Out for Justice, which further increased his popularity. As his fame as a film star grew, Seagal made headlines for his off-screen life. He hinted at possible involvement with the CIA and raised suspicions about his work with Tibetan freedom fighters. In 1997, Seagal revealed that he had been recognized as a tulku, or the reincarnation of a Buddhist Lama, a title bestowed upon him by His Holiness Penor Rinpoche. He became a devoted student of Buddhism and often shared controversial Buddhist parables.
There's an old Zen story of 2 monks that were walking across the bridge. And the junior monk said to his teacher, he said, "What is the Buddha nature?" And the older monk picked him up and threw him in the water, you know.
Seagal is also known for his involvement in several physical altercations, which, despite being controversial, demonstrated his real-life martial arts skills. Despite various negative stories about his behavior both on and off the set, it is undeniable that Seagal has a legitimate background in Aikido. He holds a high-level black belt and was once an Aikido instructor in Japan, a significant achievement. The Aikido techniques he mastered have proven effective in many situations, although some critics question his teaching methods. Seagal is also known for his involvement in several physical altercations outside of his filming. Although controversial, these incidents showcase his genuine ability to apply martial arts techniques in real-life fights. On the other hand, Jean-Claude Van Damme, born on October 18, 1960 in Brussels, Belgium, rose to fame as a martial artist and action film star in the late 1980s and 1990s. His rapid rise to stardom is a testament to his toughness, martial arts skills, and charismatic on-screen presence. From a young age, Jean-Claude Van Damme dedicated himself to martial arts, starting with Shotokan karate and later incorporating Taekwondo into his training. His unwavering commitment led him to earn black belts in various martial arts disciplines, shaping his fighting techniques. In the early 1980s, Van Damme showcased his talents in karate and professional kickboxing tournaments across Europe. His agility, speed, and precision caught the attention of many, paving the way for his entry into the film industry. Van Damme's breakthrough role came with Bloodsport, released in 1988, where he played Frank Dux in a film based on a true story.
Not bad, kid. Name's Ray Jackson.
This role not only highlighted his martial arts prowess, but also his magnetic on-screen charisma, earning him a loyal and dedicated fan base and establishing him as a rising star in numerous action films. After Bloodsport, Van Damme starred in a series of highly successful action films, solidifying his name as an international action hero. For example, in Kickboxer, a 1989 release, Van Damme became famous for its intense fight scenes and his surprisingly impressive dancing abilities. In Double Impact, Van Damme showcased his skills by playing dual roles, further boosting his reputation as a talented actor and martial artist.
Come on, man.
Van Damme then took a slightly different turn with Universal Soldier, a sci-fi action film that further demonstrated his combat skills. Throughout the 1990s, Van Damme's films enjoyed widespread popularity, especially in Asia and Europe. He became a cultural icon of karate in the West. The unique blend of martial arts and dramatic storytelling captivated global audiences, establishing his status as a reliable action star. Jean-Claude Van Damme's contribution to popularizing karate in cinema underscores his effectiveness and prowess as a martial artist. His films continue to influence martial arts enthusiasts and action movie lovers, leaving a lasting legacy in both the entertainment and martial arts worlds. Karate is a traditional Japanese martial art originating from the island of Okinawa. This martial art developed during the Ryukyu Kingdom era by combining native Okinawan fighting methods with Chinese martial arts, particularly from the Fujian province. Karate is renowned for its striking techniques, which include punches, kicks, knee strikes, elbow strikes, and open hand techniques. Over the centuries, karate has evolved into various styles, each emphasizing different aspects of combat, self-defense, and philosophy.
But once karate had moved out of Okinawa, the people who adopted it came to embrace it as a competitive sport.
For defense, karate practitioners use blocks to deflect and neutralize incoming attacks, often combining these with counterattacks to gain control over their opponent. Jean-Claude Van Damme incorporates elements of karate into his action films, showcasing dynamic techniques along with the philosophy of discipline and focus. His background in Shotokan karate and taekwondo provides the foundation for his on-screen fighting style. His training enables him to perform intricate choreography and deliver high-energy fight scenes authentically. Van Damme's portrayal of karate in action-packed roles has contributed to the global popularity and appreciation of martial arts. His films not only entertain but also inspire viewers to learn more about karate and its principles of discipline, respect, and self-improvement. Jean-Claude Van Damme's career reflects his dedication to martial arts, athleticism, and cinematic storytelling, making him a significant figure in action cinema and a global icon in martial arts entertainment.
She's a pro. Ça va?
Est-ce que je peux t'embrasser?
Comment vas-tu?
Darf ich dich umarmen? Natürlich. Und ein Küsschen gibt's auch.
And finally, we arrive at a highly anticipated moment, the real-world showdown between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. In late 2023, Jean-Claude Van Damme revealed that he had received a lucrative offer to duel with Steven Seagal. But the fight never happened because Seagal declined the challenge. Van Damme recounted his meeting with film producer and executive Peter Guber, who proposed a match between the two action stars at the Mirage in Las Vegas. The prize? A whopping $20 million. Despite the enticing offer, Steven Seagal chose not to accept the challenge.
Tough guy? Do I think Michael is a tough guy? No. Do I think he's a martial artist? No. Do I think Jean-Claude's a tough guy in martial arts? No.
The rivalry between these two action stars dates back to the 1990s. The tension began when Steven Seagal questioned Van Damme's fighting abilities and doubted his karate skills. Van Damme expressed his respect for Seagal's charisma, although he didn't understand why Seagal behaved that way towards him. When asked about his strategy for a hypothetical fight against Seagal, Van Damme jokingly said he would use a hit-and-run tactic due to his superior speed. He mentioned he would exhaust Seagal and then defeat him. This playful yet competitive dynamic between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal has captivated fans for years.
What about Steven Seagal?
¿Qué tal Steven Seagal?
Yeah, Steven Seagal.
Okay, okay.
In a real fight between Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme, we can imagine Seagal utilizing his Aikido expertise to respond to the direct strikes and karate kicks from Van Damme.
Yep. Yep.
Seagal would likely attempt to use smooth defensive movements to redirect Van Damme's energy, countering with effective Aikido techniques such as controlling and throwing the opponent. On the other hand, Van Damme would try to leverage his speed and power in karate to attack with quick strikes and powerful high kicks. However, he would need to be cautious of Seagal's potential use of Aikido techniques to counter his attacks in unexpected ways. This fight could be an intriguing display of technical skills, with Seagal attempting to capitalize on his advantages in Aikido and energy redirection, while Van Damme would aim to use his speed and strength in karate to close the distance and deliver lethal blows. Although purely speculative, a showdown between Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme would be a captivating spectacle, showcasing the contrasting styles and approaches of two martial arts icons.